Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn!
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is, goddammit. We've been gone for a long time.
But we back.
What was it, like a week and a half or something? 2 weeks?
Man, it's been a minute.
Yep, about 2 weeks, exactly.
Man, I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been busy.
That's right, getting it.
You dig? Trying to, change the game.
Change it.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to change it. You know what I'm going to do. Zoe is always working on something, always trying to enlighten, uplift.
That's right.
And bring forth understanding amongst his people.
Preach.
Now, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, please understand a little bit about what we do up in here.
All right.
Relationships. From the female perspective.
All right.
Crazy ass peaches.
Hey, y'all, missed y'all.
Always off topic.
I'll try to stay on today.
Gang banging. Talking over people. Joking. But we love her.
The jokes can't stop, though.
Can't not love her, though.
That's right.
You can't not love peaches.
That's right. I love
Well, I love
to
that
hate.
soup.
I nigga.
All right.
I
look
mean,
at
it's
him.
just so sharp.
Yeah.
It's cutting edges around here. If I get too close, a nigga might get cut.
Sharp to
My
death.
niece been telling me for years I should start a church.
The Zometheus.
The Zomans.
No, it would just be Hoda Sha.
So if you start a church, that shit gonna be labeled as a cult, because niggas is gonna come.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know
So,
what?
of course, Peaches, aka Donnie Keith, comedian extraordinaire, is in the building. Alongside Peaches, you have Miss Keeping It Real.
Whoa,
That's right.
Mimi Dukes, Michelle Dukes.
What?
A lot of people don't understand Michelle Dukes, but she's a complex woman. She's like an onion. Each layer is a chapter.
Yes.
You know dig?
That's
She's
right.
back in the building. We got an amazing topic today. But before I even get to the topic, couple of things. The reason people are asking me,
Hey, y'all.
people on Dash Radio who can't see me, if you want to see me, all you got to do
Tell them.
Right.
is go to my YouTube channel where we broadcast this show live. Right? The YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/TheZoWhatShow. TheZowhatShow.
shit.
The Zo What Show on YouTube. You want to see us get down with the get down?
Right.
This is how you do it. You can see Mimi's love. Beautiful ass.
Brown sugar.
Thank you.
Mimi beautiful than a mud.
Okay.
Thank you.
Peaches.
In the
She
house.
beautiful too. You like them cute BBWs.
You know
You slather some oil on them.
I like slather.
On the oily slather side of the game.
That's right.
Listen, we joke a little bit, but today's topic is going to be heavy. Before I even get to the topic, I gotta promote Total Package Energy. They got their shipment in.
We can tell. We can see who's had some.
Hey, Total Package Energy, the greatest energy drink in the world.
Yes.
Better than anything.
Man, for real.
Listen, I did a turnaround. I'm never going to do it again.
Oh.
But I did a turnaround last weekend. That's why I wasn't here Friday. Went to Fresno
Yeah.
Friday morning. Got there Friday afternoon. Son had a basketball game. Leading scorer of the game, by the way.
I saw that.
shoot.
Congratulations.
Doing
Tim.
it.
Came off the bench.
That's right.
What was it? Why are you on? Well, okay. It's fine. It's good. This is good. Clearly was the best player on the floor. Hey!
Right. Period.
He won't be on that bench much more.
No, he can't.
No.
But my man was the leading scorer of the game. I had to do that. Then came back.
A lot going on.
It's a lot going on. Today,
All right.
the reason why I'm suited and booted up in here,
Boot it.
just filmed my segment for Hidden Colors 5.
That's
Tariq
right.
Nasheed's seminal DVD series. Just filmed Hidden Colors Part 5 with Tariq. That shit was crazy.
That's right.
Can't wait to
It
see
was like
that.
just a
Man.
straight up conversation where brothers is dropping information.
All right. And I know you was dropping jewels.
You want to dig? You want to dig?
Doug.
Dig, Doug, dig.
Digging and dugging.
Mimi done had one of them
Doug.
total packages.
I had nothing. Shit. I'm just
Total
doing keeping it real today.
package energy.
Every
So that's
day.
why I'm suited and booted for today in the tailor-made suit by my cousin.
Fly
Go
as
to
fuck.
KennethBoggs.com and see what it is for yourself. My man is a consummate professional. KennethBoggs.com supplied the suit. A lot of people don't know, man. Hidden Colors 5 with Zoe Williams and Tariq together. It's about to be crazy.
That's right.
It's about to be crazy. Also been working diligently on the book. It's, man, I want to show y'all. I be wanting to show y'all stuff, but I can't. I can't show you. Well, maybe I can't. Can you see this? I think I
show
showed
me
you
the
this.
artwork.
The cover.
Yeah, I saw. I know they've done more. I don't
That's
even want to
bomb.
see.
They
I'm gonna wait
refreak-
till I get my copy.
Okay, so cool. I won't even get into
You
that.
know, the artist in me can't just look. So
And Dr. Glenna, the
Oh,
good
shoot.
doctor, just walked in.
the doctor's in the building.
The DZ for Sheezy.
I gotta scream on Dr. Glenna. She be tripping.
What's up, Doc?
Dr. Glenna in the building. It's about to be crazy. Again, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason Female Roundtable, moderated by yours truly, Z-Dub. Zoe Williams, you want to dig what it is? It's not going to be an easy topic.
Not at
It's
all.
a caller-driven show. I need you to get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Good doctor. How you doing?
I'm good.
Dr. G.
Good.
Up in this buzz.
Right.
You know, she inclement, but that's cool.
I know.
She come when...
You really?
Whenever.
Really?
But I mean, it's beautiful when you come.
I'm just glad we finally here at the same time.
Right.
On the flaky side of the game, but we love her anyway.
You gotta bust me out. You ain't got to bust me out all
That
like
is
that.
his job. He in that suit, girl. Watch out.
That's what it is. You feeling yourself? You feeling yourself. That's what it is.
No. Gods don't have to feel themselves.
Oh, my God.
That suit is filling him.
The world feels me. It's fine.
Right. That part.
It's fine.
Here we go.
Let me tip this hat.
Tip it. Do that.
All right, on a serious note, though, tonight's topic is it's really a problem. I don't know if you guys, I be sending you guys, we all follow each other on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I send you guys crazy shit that I see.
Right.
Sometimes it'd be funny, most of the times.
Yeah.
Right.
But I saw something the other day that just really blew my mind.
What was that?
It was a mom squaring up with her teenage son. And she was socking him in the face. You saw it, right?
I saw that one.
Right.
I was like, what? And he wasn't fighting her back.
Right.
He clearly could have just overpowered his mama.
Right.
But she was on some dude business, like,
Yeah.
and was socking him in the face. You hear, I guess that's a sibling, I don't know, a family member, like, mama, don't hit him like that.
Right.
I was like, wow. Oh, okay. Well, goddamn.
Yeah, because...
So that pissed me off. Then, of course, I know y'all hip to that one video where the lady gets caught on camera dropping the baby off and then running back to the car and the baby's still standing at the door.
Confused.
Yeah, I saw that.
Confused on Simone.
Yeah, that old...
Right. Yeah.
I'm familiar with the door, but not the people on the inside. What was that? I don't know.
They said that one, she wasn't the mama. But still.
Yeah.
That was still scandalous.
That was crazy.
Okay. Then the other thing I saw, because I'm like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing?
Yeah.
I'm just,
We got a lot to say, but we waiting.
ain't nobody gonna say nothing? I'm just.
No, that was crazy. And then the look on her face when she did it,
She was laughing.
Yeah. She was having a great time.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Whose house was it? The father's house?
Yeah.
But who drops a baby off
Right.
On the
Like
clearly at nighttime?
Apparently she was watching What's Love Got to Do With It or something, because they do that kind of shit in movies, but it don't mean do it for real.
Right.
It was just weird to me that, and I got a lot of personal stories
I have a feel about that too.
where the homeboy's baby mama put cigarettes out on his daughter
Oh, no, not that kind of
when
story.
she was a baby. Like,
Oh, my God.
see, a lot of times, like I said, this isn't a woman bashing show. What this is a show that pulls the curtain back so we can see what women really think about that kind of behavior. Because a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, y'all women, y'all motherfuckers, y'all tight. Y'all not like dudes. Dudes is tight until we ain't tight. And then it ain't cool.
Yeah.
And then it ain't cool.
Right.
But for some, we don't, in other words, we don't cover for bullshit dudes. If a dude is bullshit in our circle, Phil, what we gonna do? What we gonna do, Phil? We go step to him first.
Yeah, but y'all are some real ones with that part of the game. There's some suckers out there that won't say nothing and will be playing the game with the homies.
That's wild. Today's topic, Mommy Dearest. A deeper look at the toxic mother-daughter relationship. Ooh, Lord, she don't like your man.
Or she likes your man.
She
wants
She don't like your man for you.
Right.
She likes your man for herself.
Right. She's checking him out.
Or she don't want to see you happy. Because you get a man, that means you got a life. And if you got a life, what's she going to do with hers?
Right.
Oh, hell. Mommy Dearest. A deeper look at the toxic mother-daughter relationship. I've got questions. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Call in if you are estranged from your mama. It's hard to be like, I ain't fucking with you, mama. Mama, get your shit and get out.
You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Can you imagine? Hey, mama, you left your toothbrush. Come get this shit. I don't want no excuses for you to be able to come back through here.
Man.
Who's got a relationship with their mama like that? 323-230-4610. I know a dude. It's a complex situation. This is what people don't understand. Life is complex. So many motherfucking layers. So many different interpretations of the truth based on the people involved in that particular experience. You know, they got a story. Then the middle. It's just crazy.
Right.
But I got a homeboy who had what I call, correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. G, who had what I called a common couple violence situation.
Okay.
Not intimate terrorism. Not you can't see your family. Give me your cell phone. Here's $2 for the day. I'll be back at 5. If you leave, I'm going to let the Dobermans out on your ass. That's intimate terrorism. That's a motherfucker trying to control your whole life.
Right.
And Mimi know about that nigga.
Oh, I know about that nigga.
That's a real nigga, right?
I dated one of them
Okay.
niggas.
All right. I'm talking about we get mad, we push each other. I may choke you a little bit. Relationship, and the niggas don't understand.
That happens.
Marriages and relationships recover from that.
Right.
Okay? So let's just be clear. That's not to say it's good.
Yeah.
That's not to say niggas don't get hurt and potentially die in those situations. But relationships can recover from those particular situations.
Right.
I had a homeboy who was in a situation like that, and that was the catalyst to pull the daughter and the mother closer because they had a toxic relationship. The mother was able to step in for the first time in her life and do something on behalf of the daughter.
Wow, okay.
And that brought the daughter and the mama back together. A domestic violence situation.
Okay.
I'm not condoning anything.
It happens.
I'm just saying layers.
Right.
Life layers, my nigga. Life layers.
Layers.
How many of y'all dealing with life layers? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You got a toxic mama, but she's back because she's better than he was. Oh, damn. I got questions. True or false? Unlike the daughter of an unattending mother. Damn, this is terrible. Mothers be unattending
all day long.
Oh, man. Come on now. You know I know.
Like, nigga, shit. Just, you home? Okay, cool. Shit.
You gone? Okay.
Shit, there's some ravioli cans in there, nigga.
Or, how long you been home? I didn't know you was here.
I didn't even know you was here. Gosh. Okay, I just want to get right to it. Just get right to it.
Okay.
Mothers, daughters, toxicity between the two of them. How do we heal it? Dr. G!
What's good?
How do we fix that shit?
Listen, if it was a quick and dirty answer, do you know me and my magic wand would be paid paid. Trust and believe. I'll be like, you get a new life. You get a new mama.
Hilarious.
But, it just don't work like that. Everything is complex. How do we fix it? You got to get to the root of whatever's going on in each individual relationship. Like, there's no blanket way to address it. The quick and dirty is, mama got to heal. Mama got to deal with whatever her emotional issues are. Daughter got to heal. She got to forgive mama for whatever she did. And then we got to open up the lines of communication. That's the easy answer. But, it's more complex than that. You got family dynamics. You got, like you mentioned, you got men that come into the picture and women that choose the guy in their life over their child. I mean, there's so many, like we just talked about it, layers of life. So many things that, factor in here.
Gosh. How do you... Damn, it's your mama.
Right.
It's your mama.
How do you check your mama when she wrong and been wrong? And she ain't but she can't claim being wrong, though. You ain't never had your mama say, you know what, I was wrong.
Never.
Peaches?
Well, I have a situation like that. Me and my mother had gotten to a altercation. I won't call it a fight because I would never
squabbed with your mom?
My mother was 6 foot tall. Ooh. I was not squabbling with Big Monique. That would have been a loss.
Big Monique would have beat your ass.
She beat me down with a broken leg. I said, bitch, too loud one day. All I heard was click, clack. She had crutches, and she came down the street and clotheslined the bitch. So... It was just certain, but during her crack addiction, there was a lot of disrespect from her. And I started seeing her for the person at her worst, what she was, but I still respected her, unlike my brothers. I stayed down with her. I just didn't fuck with her on a regular basis if I could help it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I had got into it with my son's dad, and I went to my mom's house for some reason because I wasn't talking to him. So she took that upon I needed her. But she needed something from him. So she leveraged me in the middle and started throwing my shit over the balcony. Like, yeah, that nigga coming to get you. But I'm wondering why she's arguing with me. Why is she fighting me when you pretending like you helping me? This nigga pull up. I get mad at her because I really wanted to choke her ass out for calling him. But I'm like, that's your mama, fool. So somebody had to be the bigger person. I gave her a big ass hug and said, Mama, I love you, but you need to get it together.
But you would have socked your dad.
No.
If that was your dad, you would have bombed.
My father would have stomped a mud hole in my ass. It was just certain shit. My parents were dysfunctional, but still parents. It was a certain level of respect I had for them and all their dysfunction because they made sure that I was educated. They made sure I read books. Them motherfuckers was in the other room smoking crack, but bitch, you better read that book. That's how it went.
That shit just rolled off your tongue like it was normal than a motherfucker. Mimi!
Oh my goodness. Man.
That is my normal.
Well, my background with my mom is real interesting. I love my mom because she's my mom. I mean, that's who she is. But in my life, unfortunately, I don't have a mother like some people have. You know what I mean? So I've learned to just take her for who she is, meaning if I talk to her and she's sounding like she's going crazy, I just tell her I'll call her back. If she calls me and she's acting like she's cool, I'll sit and talk and be cool. But I've learned to do this after years of abuse of different levels of the game. You feel me? But I've learned this is the way because I don't want to just cut my mom off. But at the same time, I know that she's reckless in my life. You know what I'm trying to say? So I have to find my happy medium. So for me, I still want to be involved with her, but if she start pulling craziness, then I don't answer. I pull back. I still love her, and I'll still text, hey, well, I'm gonna call you later, or I'll tell her I'm doing something. But that's only because I'm protecting my hurts, because that hurts when your mom is mean to you for no reason, and she'll get mean because I invited her to a birthday party of mine, and she'll say they all love you. I can't believe. All of them love you. Wow. Nobody loves me. Jealous of
you too?
Jealous of love.
That's what it is.
So can I point something out?
Yes, please.
One of the things that both of y'all just said, but Mimi just said it, is like you were like, oh, have you ever checked your mom? And I think sometimes people think that the only way to do it is I'm about to go off on my mama. And you're right. In all the dysfunction and all of the, poor judgment or whatever, that's still your parent, right? So the way that Mimi handles is sometimes I'm going to be a little passive. sometimes it's not always that I'm going to actively, get in your face or I'm going to actively say something. It's like you hear the comments that she mentioned when you at the birthday party, but you don't need to actively address it. It's just I'll take it into consideration for next time and determine whether or not I'm going to even invite you.
Right. And that's
more of a passive action than it still get the job done.
Right. And that's what I do. I just do an action where I give you a chance. If you hang yourself and I gave you that opportunity, and I'm not going to take that chance with you anymore. And it's sad to say, but that's how I have to deal with it.
So basically, Mom, you just tricked off the next party. Okay.
Right.
The number 323-230-4610. I'm going to the phone lines. Are you estranged from your mother? Have you had a rock'em sock'em straight up scrap up with your mama? You and your mama, toe to toe. Some people had to go there.
You know what? My mom wanted to, and it was recently. Man, it was crazy. I went by her house. I had my dog with me, and rest in peace to my puppy. But I got to her door, and she had an attitude when I pulled up. She was supposed to come outside, and I was bringing her some food. So I'm bringing her something. I pull up, and she's like, "No, you come inside." But she lives in a neighborhood where there's no parking. So looking for parking, you may park 5 blocks away now because you're here late at night. So anyways, I find far away parking. I get to the door, and she's all like, "Get inside here." But the way she said, "Oh no, I knocked on the door." She's like, "Who's that knocking on my door like that?" I said,
"Who's that?"
I said, "Somebody's pills must not have worked out today because somebody is tripping."
Here we go. Hey.
Who is this at the door?
Here we go. Phone callers, get in here. I know you got a contentious relationship with your mother. Why don't you call us and get it off your chest? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason. Let's get busy. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hello?
Hell is low. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Welcome back.
You sound real happy to be scrapping with your mama right now. Talk to us.
Anyway, this is Dana, and I had something to offer, so I thought I'd call in. My mother was very dysfunctional. I came into this world being the second child to my father's side chick. We were his second family. He had a family with his wife, and then there were us. My mother was addicted to everything from heroin to pills to eventually crack, and there was just a lot of dysfunction in that. I remember or recall my senior year of high school, my mother just disappeared. She just went off with the guy that she was seeing, and she was living in Wilmington, California. So I was left with my grandmother for my grandmother to take care of me and, get me through my senior year. My mother showed up probably 2 weeks from prom.
Wow.
Ready to get busy, huh?
Ready to get busy. I wasn't going to go to prom. I decided to go to prom. My grandmother had a charge account at Nordstrom, so my mother went and bought all the stuff from Nordstrom for me to wear, and I went to prom. But what I want to say through all of the, my mother's dysfunction, my dysfunction, and her addictions and all of that is I had to come to a point for my own healing to blame her for nothing and forgive her for everything.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
That's exactly.
Huge. Right.
There go Dana. There go Dana from Dina.
That's right, Dana.
And when I came to, that conclusion and that resolution and healing in my own life, then I could move and be the person that I need to be without always thinking or living my story, living through my own story of pain and abuse.
Wow. Dope.
And that's how I reconciled it.
Dope. We so appreciate you for calling in and sharing the way you do. It's transparency over here. That's what we're looking for.
Thank
the number
you.
to dial is 323-230-4610.
Bye, Dana.
Dr. G.
Yes, sir.
How does a fucked up mama fuck up your relationships in the future?
In a lot of different ways.
Can we talk about it?
For real. She can do that. Going back to passive and aggressive, she can do it actively, she can do it passively. So there's something called social learning, right? So somebody taught you how to tie your shoes. Like somebody said, make the little bunny ears, whatever. And then there's just what you learn just by association, So you learn, nobody had to tell you, but every time somebody got angry, they punched a wall. So you learned the appropriate way to manage anger was to punch a wall, right? So if your mother shows you that when you need something, you go sleep with a man, she didn't have to tell you that, but she showed you that.
Right.
So now you carry that into your next relationship. Or she showed you little stuff like, oh, you go shopping, you hide it in the trunk. So she taught you inadvertently that you lie about finances, or that, just little things. And you carry that into your next relationship. Or that if I don't feel like talking, I just get to not talk to you for days at a time.
So
right.
Can you go deeper on this? Because I want to know, is there a difference between social learning and modeling?
And you learn social learning through modeling.
There we go. Talk more about that.
But modeling people actively do. You know what I mean? Like when I go to the store and I'm in front of my kids, I'm saying please and thank you because I'm trying to model that behavior intentionally. Sometimes social learning is it can be passive. Like it's not something that somebody is trying to teach you. They just taught you just because that's what they do. So you learn, well, that's what we do. This is how I engage with men. That's how I engage with people of the opposite sex. So that's one way to do it passively, by teaching you maladaptive or negative patterns that you carry on into the next relationship.
Yeah,
this is
that makes
ugly.
But then there's actively.
Say more. The floor is yours right now.
Actively. So now we got poor boundaries. Now we got you don't have no privacy. Like anything happen, you need to leave him. Being overly opinionated, like actively doing things that destroy your relationship with your partner. Not being respectful of the fact that couples have spats. You need a second to kind of figure it out.
Right.
Oh my God.
Actively engaging in ways that are just destroying your relationships. Yes.
Your mama in your business. She in our business.
Ain't that a song?
Yeah,
mom's in my business.
She in my business. Can't you see she trying to end this girl?
I think a lot of times they do that vicarious shit because they've made terrible mistakes in their lives and they're trying to prevent the daughter or the child from making those mistakes. And the problem is the child is not a glove you can put your hand in and control.
The other side of that is they made terrible mistakes and they don't want to see you not making terrible mistakes. How dare you have a better life than me? How dare you actually marry a man that is monogamous, that loves you, that treats you like a queen, that, treats you the way that you loves on you the way that you want to be loved? How dare you? And
how
I
do
don't.
you deserve it and I don't?
Right.
Get your ugly mama out of here. The phone lines is open. 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's happening, man? It's Zoe from Sheboygan. What it do?
What up, Sheboygan?
What's up, Zoe?
Man, so my relationship with my mom, my unresolved issues, caused me to only be attracted to broken women. How about that?
Oh.
I don't think I can get along with a woman with all her shit together. I need somebody I can fix. I just came to that conclusion that it's like I'm trying to resolve the issues with my mom through my intimate relationship. So when I see a woman that's on my level, I pass her up for the one with 5 kids, 3 baby daddies, and some shit like that, and try to, fix her, try to introduce her to something finer, because I wish somebody would have kind of did that to moms, So,
wow.
Oh.
You got a question for Dr. Glenna? You might as well ask her while she's here because she might not be here for the next 4 weeks.
You are so disrespectful.
Dr. Glenna.
Hey, why do men that's put together got their shit together? Well, I ain't gonna say men, but why do you think I'm attracted to a broken woman?
You literally, you just called it. You did half the work in therapy, literally. You called it that you are you're trying to resolve what happened with your mother by trying to see it happen in another person. You want to see another person rise to the occasion so then you can feel better about what happened with your mother. You just called it. You literally did half the work.
Is that dysfunctional or what?
It's called transference. It's when you actually kind of transfer the relationship or your thoughts or your experience with one person, you transfer it to another person. It's called transference.
Wow.
And then I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I avoid relationship. And my man Zoe Williams, man, I see you stay with the ladies, but you ain't in a relationship, and I'm kind of the same way. I always wanted to know that. Why aren't you married?
Hold
or why
on,
aren't you in
pimp.
a
You don't.
relationship?
Hey, hold on.
You done put the
Hold on. You don't know my business, pimp. One thing about Zoe, boy, I move in silence. I ain't out here telling what's happening.
Man, you be telling us everything, man.
Wrong. Hell, wrong.
So you married? You are married?
No, I'm not
He still
married.
ain't finna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you I ain't married, but I ain't finna tell you I'm by myself in this motherfucker.
Right.
What's wrong with you? Stop trying to ask about my business, Bill.
Hey,
you got enough
I
issues.
told you, hey, I'm you and Sheboygan. You know, I took y'all little demonstration, man.
Don't ever take from another man.
Not with that Captain Saver whole cape on. Man, you know you got a Captain Saver whole cape on.
Hey, I want to say one more thing, man. You know, I listen to y'all on this panel, and I can see my mom, right? Beat us, abuse us, right? But if you allow her on that panel, she'll be able to say, oh, that's so bad. I could never be a woman like that. And, you know, the women around her will be like, knowing that she abusive and co-sign her, knowing that she, like, wicked. And that's one thing, like, that I can't really explain that part. But I don't like that about women either. You know, they don't really call each other out on when they're abusive and when they dysfunctional, man. And I'm going to take my answer off the line, man.
I appreciate that, man. Good looking, pimp.
But you know what? To piggyback on that, men do the same thing, though. My kid, yes, we do. My kid's father, the stuff he did to me, and there's some dudes that know, and then they don't like it, and they'll say, oh, I don't like men doing that. But when they see him, they don't act like, man, I don't like you doing that. They look like, what up, bro? I ain't seen
not like real dudes. But like real men do not.
I agree.
I agree. Real women ain't going to just sit there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing.
You guys have a coven, worldwide coven.
No, you know, I've explained this
before. You got a
before.
worldwide coven. It's called feminism.
Women have layers to why we deal with other women. I've said this before.
I've said that y'all hate each other.
No,
but you guys are in a coven.
We have to deal with some women we don't like because it could be your auntie's friend. It could be your cousin's best friend. They're always in the circle. You don't have to deal with them on a regular basis. But when Christmas, Thanksgiving, all them holidays roll around or they start fucking one of your brothers.
How do you explain this? How do you explain this? I had an ex-girlfriend who was leery of all female members in her family.
That means those women weren't shit.
Just hold on. Just hold on.
He just has spoken.
Leery. I got on basketball shorts. No. Put on these motherfucking biker shorts under the basketball shorts because I don't want you dangling in front of them.
They wanted to suck your dick.
No, hold on. But
I can't do this for her.
But them motherfuckers was tight as hell. They were a coven
until that dick came into play.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like. You guys be down with each other and not really down with each other. I don't understand the dynamic. Dudes, Phil, I need you to back me up on this.
Let me just say this.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Oh, you knew again. I got
You know what?
Because you left it on the tip of my tongue right there.
I didn't leave it on the tip of your tongue.
You know what? Oh, shit, tongues and tips in this motherfucker.
Dudes,
I can't do this with Peaches.
I'm just saying, dudes don't do that. When we realize that's a bitch ass nigga that'll get us all cracked, we not fucking with him.
But we ain't
either.
But we not either. But you know that's because y'all real ones. See, that's when you talk about there's different types of people. There's people that go for the different okie dokes on male or female or whatever race they are. There's different types of people in the world. So everybody don't keep it 1,000 out like you do.
Yeah, everybody ain't the same. And once I realized that, it's certain people gonna be in my life no matter if I like it or not. They not in my circle. They not dealing with me on a day-to-day basis, but I have to see these people and I know what they are. And that woman, to answer your question, that was guarding the dick around her family.
Dick security.
Was guarding that dick because she knows what kind of tramp she's around on a day-to-day basis. She knows they fuck each other's men all the time. Wow. So anytime you around a female that's guarding your dick, you need to check her circle out.
Some banal. Okay? Some banal. We got it.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Some banal.
Right. Yeah, not everyone.
But they
But
wanted.
most of you motherfuckers. Okay.
Or she knew somebody was checking you out. She was like, shoot, she didn't want no malfunctions taking place.
That's
You feel me?
weird, though.
No malfunctions. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No glitches.
She got her mama looking at y'all sweaty coming in from basketball.
True or false, the emotionally unavailable mother. Those who actively withdraw at a daughter's approach or who withhold love from one child while granting it to another inflict a different kind of damage on both children growing up in the same environment. Yes. Is that true or false?
True.
Why do these motherfuckers get to participate on Mother's Day if they doing this type of bullshit? Glenna.
Really? No pressure.
Why?
My vote? I don't think that they should, but it goes back to what Peaches was saying, that sometimes, the disrespect could be at an all-time high, but if you feel like, that's still my parent, I'm going to show them X level of respect, then that's what you're going to do. But I am an advocate of setting boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
What if your mama is like, fuck your couch with them boundaries? Because mamas is like that. You got boundaries for me?
This is true. Nobody likes boundaries. That's the reality. Nobody likes boundaries because you're basically telling them that they can't do whatever it is that they want to do. But, you tighten them up. And again, keep in mind that, this is a radio show, so I'm giving quick and dirty answers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't want nobody to ever be like, I can't just do that. No, I'm giving the quick answer. You tighten them up. And with boundaries, you have to be consistent. Because with a habitual line stepper, they're going to keep crossing that line. They're going to keep pulling back up. Try from this way, try from that way.
I love the habitual line stepper piece.
Right.
Which parent, mothers or fathers, are the most habitual line crossers?
Don't ask me. I have yet to read the research that gives me the statistics.
I know
of the
your
habitual line
intuition
steppers.
has an answer for you, though.
I think it just depends. I think that there are fathers that are habitual line steppers. I think
I'm not
that
saying
there are
that
mothers.
there aren't. I said which one is guilty of that shit the most. I know you a habitual line stepper, period.
I'm hopscotching fucking lines. I'm skipping, hopping, jumping, but I ain't stepping on them lines though. I'm just hopscotching around the motherfucker.
Right.
Because I like to know what's going on. I'm not going to invade my son's life because he ain't going to let me. You know what I'm saying? But I am in his business by Instagram.
This one
I
right
watches
here,
his Instagram.
This is a stalker.
Hilarious.
She's a child stalker.
How old is
She
your son
talks.
My son is grown as hell.
He's
is 32.
37.
Okay. All right.
I
Peaches,
cannot
you got
step
to pull
his
up.
lines.
You got to pull
He
up.
wouldn't live. He's in the Navy. He would live way in Florida. How am I hopping his line?
See, because men lose either way. So most men that I know get to a point of, oh, so you acting crazy? Well, fuck it then. I'm out.
That is a typical man answer.
That's a man.
That's true.
Because
that's
men
not
either they gonna fight or flight. If they can't fight you, then they just I'm out.
So you're not willing?
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening? All right, then fuck it then. We not finna sit there and be back and forth with your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're not just right. Oh, you don't want me to protect you? That's
hilarious.
This is a dad to a daughter dynamic.
Right.
I told you this nigga ain't shit, right?
It do sound like classic dad.
That's
right?
right. Didn't I tell you this nigga wasn't shit?
High knee socks in front of the
Okay,
TV.
so listen. This is what you do. Shit go bad, call your brother. He'll call me, then I'll get involved. But if you can't take what I'm trying to tell you right now, holla at me when shit go wrong. That's some daddy shit.
That sound like my daddy.
Classic daddy.
Mama shit is, hold on. What's going on? He did what?
Well, but women are
Wait a
more
minute. You
empathetic.
just hold on. Let me call your auntie.
Yeah, your godmother.
Let me get your godmama on
T.T. Come on.
Hilarious.
It turns into let's get the coven.
Right.
We gonna call your dad and your brothers later, depending on the severity of what's cracking.
But that's sometimes to save somebody's life, though.
Which
Should
is
you
good.
tell? Because sometimes you go tell
That part
uncle
is
and
good.
daddy too soon. It could be some real thug stuff going on out here, and I just use stuff, but it could be something real going on. So you got to watch what you tell daddy and uncle. Sometimes you got to take it to the lower grade and then take it to the kings.
I get it.
Because the kings will go to war.
But mamas, I'm just telling y'all, man. What kind of mama you got? Is she estranged? Is she in your business? Does she respect your boundaries? Is she emotionally enmeshed?
Yeah.
She ain't got no life without you? How many mamas is living through that daughter? Maybe your daughter prettier than you. Mamas recognize that shit.
Or you know which one really sucks? When the daughter looks just like the mom, and the mom is aging, and the daughter looks like the refreshed version.
Exactly.
Like Beyonce and her mama. I'm just saying.
You know what?
Why Jay-Z, I'd be worried.
He need to be worried.
Some people think that lady pretty.
She look crazy.
She look like
She is aging very nice.
she looked like a New Orleans witch.
Okay, stay focused.
You know what?
You said it, I did.
No disrespect.
Shoot on Beyonce Mama though.
No disrespect. It was Halloween just a couple of days ago.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like,
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
no
Somebody better
disrespect.
call in.
Right. I hope she was a witch for Halloween.
She could have pulled it off. Okay, the number to dial.
You know what?
323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller. I'm going to call your ass one more. Go, drop his ass. See how daddies do?
Hilarious.
And when I ask for you, nigga, you answer now. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Joe? This is Malik from DC.
Hey, take the buttercream off your tone.
Hi, Malik. I like your voice.
I don't let that man live.
What's up, bro? Talk to me, man. What's the deal?
Oh man, I wanted to add to this conversation.
Speak on
it. I met a young lady in high school. Came from a single parent household. Her mother had her when she was a teenager, and I came from a older parent marriage situation, and I didn't really think anything of it. But then I started to see the dynamics when her mother was in her mid to late 30s, and we were teenagers, like 17. We met around when we were 17. So between 17 and 25, I'm seeing the dynamics between the young mother and the 16-year-old age difference. You know what I mean? It was interesting, man. I thought she could overcome it, but I understand with the young lady in the jean jacket. She was talking about the jealousy and the mother, the boundaries that you have to create, because the mother will get in the mix.
Right.
And I deal with that with my own mother, but with her it was different. It was different because they both look good. You know what I mean? And it was just like, damn, I could never imagine a situation like that, but here I am witnessing it.
Wow.
So as she's dealing with her mom, okay, quick story. I move out of town, and I'm like, hey, come with me. She don't want to leave her mother.
Of course not.
And yeah, and they got some kind of bond that even though I'm telling her I'm trying to give her the dream that I'm trying to create, she don't want to leave her mother for some reason.
Well, that just means the relationship with the mama is more significant than the relationship with you.
Yes, and I had a problem with that. I had a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let me just say that's more times. Just being honest, men in this society are seen as tools.
Yeah.
Tools.
Yeah.
like, this is the type of nigga right here. He's like a screwdriver.
Or a
jackhammer.
Let me build on that because her dad was like much older. And so he was seen as like, oh, well, I don't want to talk to him. And now I have a child by this woman. And now I'm looked at as a utility, as you say.
Exactly.
Like I'm looked at as like, oh, I have knowledge to provide my son, but you don't give a shit about that.
No.
Like, you don't care about like the legacy scholarship or the college that I went to. You don't care about that. All
none of that matters.
Is the $20 that I can send you. Because that's what your mom taught you.
Wow. That's what you here for.
Learning. That's
Social
what I meant when I
learning,
said social learning. Like some things you learn because somebody actively sat down and taught you, and other things you learn just because that's what you witnessed and that's your level of exposure. That's what you know. That's what you've seen. So that's how we operate. That's how we operate with men. That's how we operate with women. That's what she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a goddamn shame. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man, for the call. I thank you for sharing. That shit was deep.
All right, then, Malik.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Malik.
Gosh. You just trying to fit into her puzzle. You just a piece, my nigga. This whole other infrastructure I got going on. My mama's over here, my auntie and them cousins, whoop, whoop, whoop. And Exhibit nigga A can fit right here.
Exhibit nigga A.
He can fit right here.
Oh my God.
Is it wrong for me to point that out?
Not at all.
No.
But you still got to point out, be careful who you make a baby with.
Yeah.
You got to check all of that out first.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. How do you figure that out when relationship dating is about your relationship representative?
Right.
It's about your mask.
Listen, you still have to do X amount of research. Like, that's why they say, I don't remember what the number is. I believe it's like 2 years that they say that you should date somebody before you get married, because you see cycles. Do you see how they deal with grief, how they deal with, money, how they deal with happy times, sad times, all of that, holidays, family, all of that kind of stuff. It's only so long that a person can keep up that mask. So when you date them for a period of time, it allows you to kind of see and do that background research.
Well, according to Steve Harvey, 90 days for the fucking.
Most people don't.
But
wait
you
a week.
shouldn't fuck somebody you don't know.
Right. You should.
That's my argument.
Right. I agree.
So, because
But they do.
the rule is 90 days to get to know. Is that to get to know well enough to fuck?
You can have
'Cause you
sex with
can't know
somebody.
somebody in 90 days.
You can have sex
Right.
with somebody without having unprotected sex and producing a child. What
Speak
I'm
on
saying, like if you choose to be sexually active, and if you choose, like, I'm looking for the kind of relationship where it's like, again, it's going to be monogamous. Okay, fine. Then if you want to do 90 days, do 90 days. You know what I mean? If that works for you, if it's 2 weeks, if it's 60 days, 90 days, whatever makes you feel comfortable having sex with that person, by all means. What I'm talking about is when you get to a point where you unconsciously decide, hey, I wouldn't mind having a child with this person. Because most people, unless you're like planning a pregnancy, then that's usually how it just happened. There's something in the back of your mind, men and women, that unconsciously says, I would not mind having a child with this person. So before you get to that point, you got to check everything out.
But it's hard to check somebody out while you're still in the enhancement bias phase of the relationship. That's 18 months.
I said 2 years. I said 24.
You said 2 years.
Yeah.
But the enhancement bias is I'm trying to see all good shit and I'm not trying to see nothing negative. I marginalize the negative shit and I aggrandize the positive attributes of this person because I'm invested in the relationship and I want it to work.
I mean, that makes sense, and it's normal human nature, but I'm an advocate of, I believe everybody should have a checklist, and the checklist should be characteristics, not specifics, not like, oh, they got to be light-skinned, long hair. No. Characteristics of a person that you're looking for, and then you take that checklist, and that's what you're watching during that 18 months. You're trying to have a sober mindset of or 24 months or whatever. Yeah. Sober mindset. Does this person meet the characteristics and the behavioral patterns of somebody that I want to be in a long-term committed relationship with, or have a child with and now be connected to for the rest of my life?
Right.
Wow.
But we get comfortable and we just be like, oh, well, again, there's like something to switch in the back of somebody's head that is like, I wouldn't mind. And then we skip. I mean, there's so many pills, patches, Plan B pills. There's so many ways to prevent pregnancy. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Steps.
Dr. Glenna did not say nothing about no falling down the steps.
Okay. Tripping while you jogging at
Listen,
the Rose Bowl.
I ain't what I said. It's, you prevent it until you're sure, to the best of your ability, because people change. That's fine. But until you're as sure as you can be. And that's a person.
I like it. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams. We're back after a 2-week hiatus. Your man was in the streets.
All right, running them.
We back with a heater of a topic. I want to hear if your mother bullies you and ignores you at the same time. We got mamas who do it.
Yes, we do.
Try to straight punk your bitch ass. You just gonna let me have this debt, huh? You gonna let me have this student loan debt, nigga? For real? Okay, nigga. I'm just saying. Have you been bullied by your mother? Are you in a mommy dearest kind of relationship? A deeper look at a toxic mother-daughter relationship. I just think that. Okay, story time with Zoe Williams.
Oh, shoot.
So I was dating this girl. Loved this girl. Oh, my God. I love this girl. She was amazing. Me and her mama was cool before we started dating. This is like 30 years ago. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, me and her mom was cool on some business shit. The moment I started dating the daughter, she started tripping hard. I mean, coming up with lies. I know something about Zoe that you don't know. And the daughter was like, well, why don't you tell me? No, I will not. Until you stop seeing him.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Well, wait a minute. If it's some negative shit that could impact me, whose team you on?
Right.
Just tell me what it is so I can make an informed decision.
Right.
There was nothing. I mean, they later on went to therapy about this because she did the same thing with some other dude she was dating. Mamas. Daddies don't do this.
Moms wanted you too, right?
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what it was all about.
Dads
Want that
are
swipe.
on deck for the first impression. I'm talking about good dads. Good dads show up for the first impression. Let me holler at this nigga real quick.
Right.
Let me sit down, get to know this nigga, see where his head's at. If I got to threaten this nigga passive aggressively,
right,
I'm gonna do that. You understand? That's from jump.
Right.
What you doing with yourself, nigga? I had a conversation. Story time with Zoe Williams. I had a conversation with a young lady who was a Laker girl that I was dating back in the day. She was a couple of years older than me. Oh, it was a wonderful time. She was Scorpio. Oh, God, it was a wonderful time.
Carry on with your story.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I
It's
reminisce.
Scorpio season.
Free Laker games and shit and sex. Okay, cool. So, yeah. For her, she was in a 6-year relationship, but she thought, I'm gonna be able to just fuck around with this dude here, me, and still be able to be functioning in my 6-year relationship that's kind of on the rocks right now. I know I'm going to go back to this dude. 24-year-old Zoe was a monster. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
So
you wasn't playing with him, huh?
So she got wrapped up in me. I told her she would. She just wasn't listening. This 24-year-old Zoe. I didn't know a third of what I know now. But what I knew then was still light years away from what the fuck they was talking about.
Right.
So I met her father.
Uh-huh.
Me and that girl's father were friends until he died.
That's awesome.
You know what the first thing this is real daddy shit. First thing this nigga said was, well, the first thing he did, he watched me. She invited me to some event, family event, and I'm like, we just supposed to be fucking around. Why am I at the family event?
Right.
Now?
Uh-huh.
You getting that beige Billy Club. That's why.
Not the beige.
Not the Billy Club.
You want to dig?
Hysterical.
So dad is watching me. And then 2 weeks later, I go to her crib. He said, young man, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. And then he brought up what I did at this family event.
Ah.
He was like, let me holler at you. Why are you with my daughter? He said, really though, tell me the truth. What? It can't be nothing real.
Wow.
He said, I saw you go into the family library, scan the books. You pulled out, this nigga named the book. I don't even remember the book. He said, you pulled out this book, sat the fuck down, and didn't move the rest of the night. He said, why you fucking with her?
Well.
And no jokes, this motherfucker said, she's still watching cartoons.
You know what? You know what?
This grown ass woman used to work for the court, was a Laker girl, all this other shit, dancer. He was like, she's still watching Disney cartoons.
He knew his daughter's mind.
He said, nigga, you here for the pussy.
Right. That's all you could be here for.
I was like, well, I don't want to say his name, but he was like, well, shit is fire.
Did you really say that, Zoe, to her
No,
father?
I didn't say that to her father. But from that conversation, he was like, I want to know what you know. Because you know some shit, little nigga. And I know some shit because I've been all over the world. And we built this relationship. Even after we stopped messing around, me and the girl, me and her dad was friends until he died.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is men have a different approach. It's a initial approach. It's the beginning of shit. It's not later on. Women, y'all tolerate things in these relationships with your mama, with your aunties, with all types of motherfuckers until shit goes bad because y'all think somehow y'all can change shit. Tell the truth. Can we talk about the change factor that y'all think y'all got?
Whatever, man. Can I just say that in all your examples, you can't keep using the healthy dad as the example and the toxic mom.
That's what I experienced.
We gotta use toxic. If you're gonna talk toxic, you gotta talk toxic dads and toxic moms.
Well, her mama wasn't toxic.
If you're gonna talk healthy dads, you gotta talk healthy moms because there's healthy moms out there running rampant that are pouring into their daughters, that are setting healthy boundaries, that are teaching their daughters how to be good women and good mothers and all of that. So
I believe it. My daughter's mother is one of those mamas.
There you go. There you go.
I know. We talking about numbers, though.
You know what? And not the look on your face when you say the numbers part.
We talking about numbers.
The unfortunate part is most women that are that toxic don't even realize they're toxic.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like what the doctor said. The healing has to start somewhere. And it's like the situation with me and my mom. I had to call her on her bullshit on a regular basis, but I did it in a respectful way, even though I wanted to say something different to her. Unlike my brothers would cuss her out, call her a bunch of basehead bitches. I mean, they were just really disrespectful towards her. And I would fight them over being disrespectful to her. Because I'm like, she's still your mama. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You should give a fuck. Somebody got to. Somebody has to.
Should you respect a disrespectful parent?
I think you should honor your mother and father, period. That's just the way I
think. If you
think.
don't throw that goddamn Bible somewhere, fake ass preacher, I don't hear it.
It's the truth. I don't care if your daddy's a bum in front of the liquor store. I had a friend who every day after school, we would stop in front of the liquor store where her father stood. She was Belizean to get some money from her daddy. If he didn't have none, she'd give him some. He'd go right in there and buy a beer. But she loved her father. They didn't fuck with each other any other time. But every day after school, that was their time. That little 5-minute interaction about a beer. So I don't understand it, but she loved her father, and he was drunk than a motherfucker every day.
Why we on dads
do
though?
It. You know what?
Because they toxic.
How you do it? Okay, go back to toxic mamas then. But how you do it is a personal decision. Because for some people, you might invite them somewhere from time to time and just decide what you're going to invite them to. And for other people, you may say like, no, I'm not going to deal with you on a regular basis, but I know where you at. I'm going to come see about you, make sure you're still alive, and then I'm going to go about my business.
Right.
So how you go about it is a personal decision.
Okay. Do good mamas cover up the indiscretions and evil acts of bad dads?
A lot of times they do.
By definition, I would say no by definition. If it's a good mom, if you're a good mom and the dad is abusing your kid, by definition, a good mom wouldn't tolerate it.
At all.
No, not that, no.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Like, by definition, a bad mom would be like, oh, I'm gonna close my eyes. Like,
oh, well, no, I'm not talking
Well,
about
act
that.
like ain't nothing happening.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
No, when I say indiscretions, I don't mean like abuse.
You mean cheating?
It could be cheating. It could be financial mismanagement. It could be a dad who ain't amounted to nothing.
I'm going to say yes. People always cover up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I remember when my daughter's father was kind of like treating her really bad, and she would be dressed and he wouldn't come. And instead of me saying he never called, I'd be like, oh, he called, something happened, but really he didn't call. I only said that because I saw the look in her eyes. So it just depends on, I think, the situation. Because if you really care about your child and you care about how that makes them feel, then you should say something different so they won't have that scar. Because those types of scars you can't really heal from. Those are not Band-Aid type scars. Those are things you don't forget.
But see, that's something that men suffer from a lot.
Yes.
In this community. African American community. Number one, 70% of all the babies is born out of wedlock.
Right.
That means really good mothers and women are fucking really bad dudes. Is that what that means?
Not directly, no.
He's horrible.
No.
You know, I'm a really good mother. Like, no lie. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But a girl sent me a show, and I want to put the show on. The show is called Good Mothers, Bad Choices.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, the fuck it's not.
It's the truth.
I'm
People need to talk about
Let
it.
me just, can I just say why I think it's bad?
Mm.
Because women always frame themselves in a position of, I'm right. I'm good. I am a great person who made a terrible choice.
Well, why does the choice define the whole of the person? Like,
Hey,
that's anybody.
that applies to dads then.
We all make
I agree.
mistakes.
Why didn't they call it good people, bad choices?
How about that?
Yeah, that's better. I think
That's better, not just general
I'm
women.
just saying, we live in a fucking society where black men in particular are villainized for everything.
and it could be their poor choices. So
that
you feel me?
Bad people, poor choices.
I'm just saying.
No. A motherfucker driving down the street, he made a poor choice to get out the car. When the cops pulled his ass over, he made a poor choice for walking back to his car with his hands up, unarmed.
Right.
He made a poor choice in that sense. Oh, so I guess he deserves to be struck down.
Oh, heck no. I'm not talking about none of that. Oh,
all right.
Heck no.
We not talking
Black
about that.
men.
I thought we were talking about kids and relationships.
But we are.
I swore we was talking about kids.
But what I'm trying to bring out, I'm trying to make this point. I keep getting derailed.
Okay, let me shut up.
And it wasn't even me. Go ahead.
No, but I keep trying to make this point. A lot of the things we let women slide for, men can't get a pass.
Not at all.
And I'm talking about black men specifically.
Right.
Can't get a pass.
I agree.
For the same type of behaviors bad mamas get away with. Look at Gloria Govan. That, to me, that was the Super Bowl. That was a mama getting in trouble for some dumb shit she thought she could get away with. Now, she wouldn't have done this shit if she didn't think she could get away with it. How many tickets have y'all, the three of y'all, done got out of? I know y'all done got.
No.
None.
I have.
Never.
You ain't never got out of a ticket?
You don't listen. I probably own a corner of San Jose right now. All the parking tickets and
not parking tickets. You not in your car
and speeding tickets that I done got. What?
Yeah.
From when I lived in San Jose, and I ain't ever got out of not nary a one.
I have.
And I always had a used car, so I always get stopped. They always go fuck with me. They like, this bitch in a bucket, get her.
She is a mule. She has dope. And pull her ass over.
I'm hearing a scraper.
Is that weed? Get her.
A scraper. You're listening to the Voice of Reason. We're having a great conversation, man. Mommy Dearest, a deeper look at the toxic mother-daughter relationship. Is your mom in your business? You want to get her out? Dr. Glenna is in the building.
What's good?
She will help you put your mom in her kennel.
Hold on.
Did he just call their mamas?
Not the mom in the kennel.
I'm just saying, women call men what?
Dogs.
And men call women, and women call each other
Bitches.
Get in the kennel, mama.
But we know what we mean by bitch. We know the level of bitch y'all say.
Yo kennel, because you crossing lines.
Right.
If you ain't got 6 titties, you better not get in no kennel.
Not.
The phone lines are open. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name, man? Hi.
So this is Jay from Jersey.
Jay from Jersey. What up, Pam?
Hi, Jay from Jersey.
Jay.
Hey, Miss Peaches, Mimi, the good doctor. My brother, the slapper.
Yeah?
There's a saying, mommy is the word for God on the lips of little children.
Ooh.
I like that.
Okay? The first thing you know in this world when you come into it is your mother.
Right.
So what that does is it puts mommy in the position of God simply by giving birth. Okay? So what happens is we got this mother thing all wrapped up in a bow that says mothers are good. Mothers are this. Mothers are that. We got a whole day, Mother's Day, that everybody spends millions and millions of dollars.
Right. On Father's Day, we sell out of socks.
Right?
Ties.
So now what happens is if mommies are so good and they raising 70% of the babies, but the babies is turning out jacked up, how was mommy not taking that responsibility? Because daddy wasn't there.
You right, Jay.
Well, because daddy wasn't there is part of the reason why, but okay.
Thank you, because that's flawed logic.
Right. Now, listen, I have 2 daughters of my own, and I raised them One's 30, other one's 25. And they'll stand on it that daddy was a very good daddy. But when their mama was wrong, they would come to my aid. They would say, Mama, you wrong. Daddy didn't do that. Mama, you shouldn't have did that. But that's because they were balanced and they were not getting negative, toxic reinforcement from grandmama, from auntie, because we didn't let none of them folks in our business.
That
So we
coupled
had
with
a
the fact
tight
that you were
household unit.
that coupled
We
with
had
the
a
fact
tight
that you were present as a father. Like it's that combination. It's you present as a father was 50%, and then whatever was going on with mom, and then you pour that into kids, and you set healthy boundaries. So yeah, you end up with daughters that know how to articulate themselves and speak their minds and set healthy boundaries without being disrespectful. Absolutely.
How about it?
Right. But I look at myself as the anomaly. I look at our family as the anomaly. Like I said, when you got 70% of our kids growing up in single parent households, I grew up in a single parent household. And what happens is you have these single female covens that y'all, talked about, alluded to a little earlier, that reinforces whatever negative that there is out there. I can remember one of my wife's friends was at the house and the girls were getting dressed to go out for whatever it was, a cotillion or some ball or something. And one of her girlfriends said to her daughter and my daughters at the same time, don't nobody leave out of here and come back home with wet panties and empty pockets.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So she was teaching her the whole game.
Right, teaching her the whole game.
You gonna come back with moist panties, you better have some money in your pocket.
Not in my house. I put her and her daughter right out.
Right. For real.
Facts. I'd have done the same thing.
Right.
That sounds like some
This
shit
ain't
my
no
mama
hope
was
camp.
did.
Wow.
But they got that negative reinforcement built in. Because they're raising kids by themselves. I used to see, my mom was a single parent. She had 3 of us. And we were on welfare. We was on the whole system. But there was a whole welfare system of women in the neighborhood that would get together and hustle food stamps and scam the rent and all. I was like, and my mother was like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm on this. I'm getting off. Y'all do that foolishness. And they made generationally girls that just played the system, made the babies, got on the system, made the bad decisions with the men. I'm not claiming to be no angel. I done washed up in a lot of women's bathrooms, But during that time, I was never the one to be around those kids if I was kids involved. Because I didn't want to reinforce any negative stereotypes for those kids. I didn't want them to see me washing up in their bathroom and they never see me again.
So you washed up in secret? Get off my goddamn phone.
He was tiptoeing down the hall, looking both ways.
He dipped it in the sink and dipped out.
You washed it in the sink? No, I'm just playing.
All right,
Stay
man.
ready.
Hey,
Gotta
brother,
get ready.
let me just say that was good information. We appreciate you calling in. Hey, you brought your city into the building. Let somebody else from their city come in. Thank you for the call. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams. Sometimes I'm reasonable. Hey, I need to know, true or false? Combative mothers never acknowledge their behavior.
True.
And they are usually quite careful about displaying negative behaviors in public.
Oh my God. So
I don't know.
true.
Mine is with it. She like, shoot, what it do? She gonna act up wherever she at. Shoot.
No, my grandmother was the queen of that one.
That's why I be trying to understand, like, the combative mama.
Yeah,
Just want to argue with everybody about everything.
Shoot, nobody in my whole family deals with my mother but me and my sister. And my sister barely talks to she's just combative with the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Phone lines are cracking. Callers, you're on the line. You and your mama upset with each other? She's estranged? What's up? Holla at me.
Yo, this you.
Yeah, this me, man.
Man, what's poppin'?
What's popping
Hey.
on what?
I ain't doing nothing. This is Brian, man. I'm in Atlanta right now, but I used to have a beauty supply shop in a small town, and that's when you really see it pop off. Right. So I say that to say, like, I grew up in Europe, whatnot, was raised in Europe, college educated, whatnot. Had an older woman dealing with a younger girl, because really you start to see women will offer you their child. So I said that to say, she tells her daughter, you need to invest in this dude. She said it like that, to invest in him because he's a college educated. She said European educated. And she said he understands the system's going someplace. With other younger women, they are so things-orientated that they would nearby offer their child to, their daughter to you. So at first I was like, okay, maybe this is just a retail thing because you know what? The hair's popping. They really want this 10-inch or 12-inch. But then you see they do the same thing to the dope dealer. They offer their child to them. Interestingly enough, they're near about the same age as the people they're dealing with. So here it is. This woman's coming to you with a 20, 21, 22-year-old child. Girl, fine, nice looking, everything. But it's like you'll start to see the thing orientation of what I missed at that age you can capitalize on. Versus the older woman is looking at it more like, this is an investment because you will maintain and get something out of this for the long term. If it goes right or wrong, this person here is an earner.
Well, sounds like you've been through the ringer.
Okay.
You know what they sound like? The color purple.
What is it? Say again?
It sounds like the color purple. When Celie had to go to Mr. House, is that what you talking about? Offering up child? She's a good worker, but I'm sorry, but a little reverse. Like I get what he's saying. Like, hey, this is a good man. It may not be the most appropriate relationship, but here you'll be solid, you'll be stable if I just, go. You're
gonna have hot water cornbread every night. Now you might
Right.
have to whoop your ass, but you gonna eat.
Right.
It's a good man, girl. Go on and get you one. That's a good man.
That's a good man.
Versus the investment. So the older women look at it as if anything happens, you do have a child. But the best thing is, again, that you might get into a long-term relationship, which is beautiful because this person here has something to offer. But the thing orientation with the younger women is like what I missed at that age. He had it then, and he still has it. So he's a good earner. So regardless of what happens, the child or not, you will be okay.
Wow.
That's dealing with a morality thing.
Yeah.
And what you'll see is in the city, it's a totally different blown away thing. But in a smaller town, in a bunch of smaller towns, you'll start to see these are people who know each other and have relationships with each other. So you've been with the mama, and the mama nearby offering you a child.
Wow.
In smaller towns, it gets serious. In larger metropolitans, it's like, you meet somebody, it takes a second, whatnot. In a smaller town, it'll kick off quick. And then, again, you start to have the goodies. If you start to have what people really want, whether that's the prestige, the cars, the European cars, the hair, the extra.
Hey, listen, let me say this real quick. Don't mention hair again. Go ahead, finish.
We know he like hair.
Well, the thing is like, if you put hair, when it comes to hair, you can't compete with a person who grows hair. And a person who's isn't fine can't compete with a person who's naturally fine. Sometimes people compete in different arenas. They ain't even made for you.
All right, brother, let me just say this, man. We almost at the end of the year. I can't be this confused right now. So,
right.
Hilarious.
But let me just say, I appreciate the call, man. I love the fact that you call in and tell the truth and you share what you need to share, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Real talk.
All right, man.
Y'all ladies stay up. All right,
You
You too.
They got some good weed in Atlanta.
What the?
I'm just saying, he was smoking.
Because when you pretty, what?
I just kept hearing.
Pretty people got options that are different than
When you're pretty. Yeah, they had that pretty hair.
Pretty hair. You grow your own hair. I'm like, is this nigga in a hair dispensary?
That's what I was swear. I was like, is he selling bundles? Like, is that what you mean? You get a 16-inch Brazilian wave.
But here's another one for you guys. We talked about the emotionally enmeshed mother. We talked about the controlling mother. What about the dismissive mom?
The one who just don't care.
Her opinion matters. No one else's does.
That is annoying.
You're an adult. You have your own shit cracking, but your opinion don't matter when it comes to your mama. The dismissive mother is just, yes, whatever. And I'll be making this decision for you.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those.
And then you got the dismissive.
I do.
I do. Talk to me then. I want to hear some stories. The phone lines are open. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Mimi, your story about the dismissive mother, and then Dr. G.
Well, my mom wants to control every part of everybody's life. So if, everyone wants to talk to her ex-husband, who she still wants to be with their family, I love their family. If she finds out they call, you've been talking to them people, then she'll start calling me a B. She'll call her my sister. She'll call her a B. All because she doesn't want you to talk to these people, but she wants to talk to these people. So it's the oddest thing in the world. It's kind of like, I can't do it, so you can't either. And I'm not really like that. Like, he's a real good dude. I don't see. That's why when we talk about women being certain ways, I don't say, oh, my mama's right and forget him. No, he cool and his whole family cool, and I'm still fooling with them. You're gonna have to be mad, mama.
Right.
And that's what it is. You feel me? You got to put your foot down.
You can't put your foot down on your mama, though.
I put it down when it comes to someone saying who I'm going to talk to, and especially when you don't get along with anyone. You have to look at who's giving you the information. Your mama could be Richard Ramirez. Your mama could be a rapist. Does that make mama right?
And I agree with you, Mimi. I'm in the range with you.
Okay, let's roll in the range.
We rolling together.
On the show. On the show. Hey.
I'm with Mimi right now.
We rolling.
But I'm just saying, in context of African American culture, mama is beyond reproach.
I agree.
Even when she wrong as fuck.
I agree. But when you have one...
Am I lying?
No.
You still have to check them.
You
can't check your mama.
Yes, you can. It's just you can't check your mama like you would your sister, or like you would your best friend, or like you would Belinda from accounting that's getting out of pocket at the office. Like, you can't talk to your mama like she's somebody really on the street. Well, okay, so that we may not call it checked, but addressed, yes.
Yeah,
you got to address it.
You can't let them bulldoze you.
That's it.
Yeah. Or maybe you don't say a word. You just do what you do.
There
so
you
you
go.
said don't go, and you see me peeling out. I'm going. So what you said meant nothing.
You address it, but now you move differently. So now I may not be actively telling you, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. It's just, check this out. When you ain't seen me in a minute, don't wonder why.
Then you hear 36 hours of labor with your big ass head. Mama's guilt motherfuckers more than anybody.
I agree.
Tell me I'm lying.
You are not lying.
I agree.
My mother was the guilt queen. She loved to lay guilt on me about the dumbest things, because I've always been independent and kind of a loner and just do things. I was always that labeled as the bad kid, but I wasn't really bad. I was just very adventurous. That's what you call it. If I wanted to know something, I would venture off and do it and come back. But the problem I had with my mother is that she was always trying to put guilt trips on me about, like, well, your daddy sent me this money, but I got to pay this bill and that bill, and my socks got holes and shit in them, and your brothers didn't get nothing. What it's gonna look like I'm taking you shopping and they ain't getting nothing, so I'm just gonna pocket this money.
I promised you this, but I need to get my edges done.
You know? Right. But I understand that the drugs and just... She was one of the mamas like the guy just called in. My mother was the bitch hustling the food stamps, trying to change them for dollars. So I understand where it comes from. I didn't appreciate it, but what could I do?
But see, this is the argument that I make. Because mother is the first teacher, mother is God, all that. I believe all of that. But I believe it only applies to good women.
That's what I think.
Yes.
I've never had that experience.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It only applies to good women.
I agree.
A woman of strong moral character.
Right.
A woman of integrity. Right? Not, see, what we live in a society that says by default, when you become a mama, you good. No. How many mamas you know as a professional in this field, Dr. Glenna Anderson, that use guilt to motivate their kids to do shit?
It happens. Oh, I fully appreciate that there are plenty of abusive, emotionally abusive, combative, manipulative. Oh, that absolutely happens. Without a doubt.
Yeah. My mama told me when I was in the 9th grade, I said, Mom, I need to transfer. I hate this school. I need to transfer to this school. They're going to let me play hoop. She said, I'm just tired of you changing schools. I don't feel like doing it. You my only parent, nigga.
You don't feel
Right.
like
You don't get to check out.
Right.
Right. Take a break.
I just,
Like, what?
Like the stories are on. I'm not messing with you tonight.
No, it was just kind of like, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, wow.
What? The fuck is going on?
Right. I want to get out of here.
Now, if my dad was there, which he wasn't, come to find out she lied about that too.
Poor thing.
See, lied about dad. Dad, woo, dad, woo. Come to find out dad had been looking for us, and she decided to not say nothing about the looking for part.
Wow.
Without that little detail.
Okay, cool. Well, now dad was a monster too, though.
But you didn't get a chance to find
But
out.
I didn't.
Right.
My interaction with dad was cool.
Right.
He was a fool with everybody else. But me and my brother, his sons,
He was cool.
it was good.
Right.
He was chilling.
Let's go get these Easter suits, my niggas. Yep. I'm going to be in the motherfucking lime green one. This nigga going to be in the navy. And we'll switch off next summer, my nigga.
Right.
I'm just saying. I love my mother to death. Period. She can't do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But she did wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we got to look at people for their truth. I feel like they could be your child, your mom, your uncle. They could be whatever character they're going to be. So some people have good moms. Some people have moms like the mom I had. Like my mom, I don't even really think she looks at me as a child. I think she looks at me as like one of the homies or something like that. And she gives all her love to my youngest sister. You know what I'm saying? But she messed her up by over giving her love. Now she on SSI, needy. You know what I mean? So it's like you can hurt your child by overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you hurt them when you don't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The happy medium.
And I would say this, though, honestly. I would choose my mom over my dad just based on the stories I heard about the nigga from my other siblings that aren't his kids.
Yeah.
So she wasn't the best mama in the world. Let me just say the streets raised us. But let me come
I know
back.
about that one.
In my insight, my spiritual insight, I recognized the only thing she could do to protect us, and I believe the shit worked, was pray.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My mother spent 12 hours in a closet praying. She told me this years after, I become an adult. She was like, you little niggas was too wild.
Wow. She was Carrie's mom.
She was like, I can't handle y'all niggas.
In the prayer closet.
So fuck it. I'm finna pray, my nigga.
That kept you alive.
But I believe that kept me alive.
That's right. That's
now,
it.
my mother had a nervous breakdown like 90 days after I was born. She was never right. They put her on medicine and all types of shit. Yeah. So she was never right. So as I became aware of her condition, I started to loosen my expectations of her.
Okay. She realized she was doing the best she could in her capacity.
With what she got.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying earlier when I said when I know that she's one way, I let her be, and then I know I'm not going to invite you to the next party. I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to let her yell. I'm going to let her argue, and I'm going to walk away because something is wrong with her. It's something I can argue all day. That won't change the condition. It's a condition. You know what I'm saying? She's mentally disabled. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways. So arguing is not going to change it. I got to know that's who she is.
Right. And that comes back to what Dr. Glenna was saying, that the healing has to start somewhere. And if a child like Mimi, if she's that child, she recognized at an early age that there was a problem with her mother, just like you recognized at a certain age that your mother was only capable mentally of handling so much.
Shit.
And I knew that my mother had used separatism with me and my brothers because we had different fathers. And she used her drug addiction as well as the street mind. She was too smart for her own good, too slick. That's what we'll use, that word. So that separatism, it caused my brother to go off on me after my mother died. He had so many pent-up issues about how she was so better to me, but she really wasn't better to me. It's just that I handled things different. And I had to explain to him, you were sick. He has sickle cell. You stayed in the hospital. It was only so much her mind could handle.
Ain't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something?
You know what?
Basically. And it wasn't that she didn't love you more. It's just that you could only do so much with us at certain times, and it made him hate me.
But see, now I'm going to remove that caveat. The disabled mama. I'm going to remove that caveat. There's still some really horrible mamas out here by choice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, by definition, you probably are disabled in some capacity. Like, you're probably looking at some sort of mental illness in some way, shape, or form. Like, if
selfishness.
That's what I was thinking.
Selfishness to the point of, like...
Narcissism?
Selfishness to the point of like neglect, like
You mean not like forgetting to pick the nigga up from school?
Like postpartum?
No. That's that could be anything. That could be
or
neglect. That
could
be overwhelmed.
Tardy 80 days in a school year.
Damn.
Selfish.
Okay, cool.
But selfish, but irresponsible, poor time management. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Mamas get off of that. Niggas go to jail. Child endangerment. Get this nigga up out of here.
You know what?
Y'all go to jail for $22 of late pays on child support.
Right.
Give me the nigga license.
You ain't gonna ever get that $22 you owe us.
Give me the nigga license now.
Right.
Why y'all looking at me crazy? Like I'm lying.
It's funny though. It's true, but it's real.
Mama's got to set the babies on fire in front of the judge in order for some shit to go down. Otherwise, we gonna leave the baby with the mama, and we gonna raise your child support even though you behind. No, let me. Callers, you guys are on the line. I know you want to chime in. You got a crazy mama? Talk to me about your crazy mama. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hey, my name is Todd. I'm calling from Arizona.
Your name is Todd. You're calling from Arizona.
Hi, Todd.
Hey.
Hey, peace, y'all. The letter T-Y, Ty.
Oh, Ty.
Ty.
Okay.
Ty.
Is it Tyrone?
Yeah. That's
all right, nigga. Shit. I'm not finna call you Ty.
Let that man live.
He don't want us to call him Tyrone.
Call me my nickname, Ty. That's what the bitches call me, man. No. Tyrone. What's happening, man?
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm listening to your podcast. You're hitting on a lot of good notes. Me myself, I kind of got caught up in a little bit of something like that with a woman that kind of had a little bit of a history of, like, she kind of came up watching her parents being abusive to each other. A lot of arguing and screaming and toxicity. And then when we got into a relationship, she had a child she didn't even tell me about at first, and it got to a point we was already close and considering, taking it further, and I didn't even know she had a child. And, but I took the responsibility and built the future with her, took care of her, and had 5 more babies with her. And, but the communication was always off, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of reflected on some of the things that she'd been through. I think as men, some of us, we have a tolerance and some of us don't. It's like a hot water, cold. The faucets, you got to kind of know your temperatures and whatnot, depending on who you're dealing with. So with her, I wanted to, I kind of understood her pain. So I kind of tolerated and see if I can try to work through it. There was times I wanted to put on a parachute and jump out the window, but I didn't want to be labeled with that, that deadbeat father statistic. You know what I'm saying? So I bust my ass. I figured out how to encourage us to start a couple of businesses and just move us on up, and made her son my son. I had a stepfather that despised me, and I didn't want to put her son through what I did, what I went through, more or less. And long story short, the communication, when we had our issues, we had to seek elders. We had to seek mediation, because of this, we could not hear each other. And what happened was, after we got successful with our businesses, I put the business in her name, and it got to a point where, I'm making money. I don't need to listen to nothing. I got friends telling me I don't need no man. It's movement X, Y, and Z, and blah, 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 blah. And me, I'm a dedicated papa. You know what I'm saying? I love being a father, and I was a committed husband. But when it got to a point where we couldn't communicate and people were in our ear, more likely jealous people that couldn't get in our space and couldn't make the moves we were making, we got encouraged to separate. So, all right, you need to grow, you need your space. I'm with that. If it's just toxic, I can understand that, because in a relationship, it's about effort and investment, communication and compromise. You dig? So,
hey, man, I appreciate it, brother. We got to move on. Phone lines is cracking.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing, man. I don't mind you calling in and just venting, man, and letting it all out. We
That's
appreciate
right.
it. Thank you, man. We got to run.
Don't forget Zoe's the coach.
Can you say one? You want to say one more thing?
Hello.
He hung up on him.
He gone? You took damn. Hey,
Phil said that's enough.
Phil from the Bay Area. He was like, okay.
Hey.
Call back if you need to. The number to dial, 323-230-4610. We out here talking this real talk. I love my mama. Shit. Like a motherfucker, I loved her.
I loved my mom, too. I didn't like her all the time, but I loved her.
You didn't like your mama?
Some days I didn't. She could be a
I want to
pill.
hear from people who had fights with their mama. Straight up, knuckle up. I want to hear from people whose mama fought their brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got to
see. Stop acting. See, motherfuckers want to play games.
Hey, but you know what? My mom runs up. My mom has run up before. She's run up on the kids before. Every time she gets too close to me, then I put my hand in her face. I say, look, you disrespecting public space. This is my private space. In a minute, it's going to be some different shit, so I better leave. I don't want to ever hit my mama because I'll fuck her up. So I'd rather not do that. You feel me? I love my mama.
Mimi on this real right now.
Mimi said it's going to get real different real quick.
Yeah, so I believe if somebody get hurt, it might look like it's going to be you, mama. You can't handle what I got going.
Like the ladies aglow over.
I want to ask a serious question to all three of the ladies in here right now, and I'm going to the phone lines right after they answer.
Okay.
Do you think there's some kind of spiritual punishment? And I'm not talking about religion. I don't fuck with the Bible, Peaches.
Go ahead with the question.
Goddamn Jehovah Witness. Stop knocking at niggas' doors and shit.
That's what I'll never do.
Hilarious.
Go ahead with the question.
I'm just saying, is there some kind of spiritual punishment for checking your mom or your father too hard? Because I think there's like a taboo. Like, we African.
Mm-hmm.
You know, white people, damn it, mom, stay out of here, okay? You know, white people different. With you know.
Well,
but on some African shit, do you feel like, damn, I done upset the ancestral apple cart?
I know you don't believe in the words. In the word, the Bible, the King James Version. Not for real.
Honor thy mother and thy
Change your name
father.
from
Right.
Peaches to Stephen.
But
You know that nigga.
seriously, you could look in any
Who
good
that nigga
book.
on that nag?
You could look in. You could probably find it in one of Krishnamurti's books. You're not supposed to disrespect your mama.
You're not gonna find that in Krishnamurti.
Well, I'm just saying you ain't supposed to.
You just can't be saying shit.
He might have been disrespectful towards his mama.
I'm just saying he never said anything like that.
Okay, but in all of any, I think any
You might find it in a Hare Krishna book.
You might find it in a Jet magazine. You just don't disrespect your mama and your daddy. And if you do have to talk to them in a disrespectful tone, and it's usually to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever, like what you had to go through with your mom, it's always a defensive mechanism. Now, I've seen some disrespectful children. Don't get me wrong.
I know some disrespectful
I know
kids.
a gang
Me
of
too.
disrespect, but my brother was the most disrespectful. He could be sitting, my mom could have a bag of chips, and he could sit right next to me and go, look at her fat ass eating them chips. She won't hear shit he said. Let me say something like that. I'm getting socked, I'm getting stomped, everything. But he was so disrespectful to the point where he tried to put his hands on her at 16, and it took me to intervene. She called me from my house to come over there and control him because she had lost control. You know what I'm saying? But you let him talk to you so bad for so long. What am I supposed to do? I beat his ass, but I mean, I couldn't beat his ass forever. He got bigger. What I'm going to do?
You got yours in. You a fucked up sister, but that's another show.
Hilarious.
Yes, I did fuck them up on a regular basis.
She beat up her brother until she couldn't no more.
I beat up both of their asses.
And then when
Until
they got to a
too
certain
big.
size, it's like, what's happening, my nigga?
Let me just tell y'all this one. Let me
it.
tell you one fight. My brother got me good. My brother was sick as hell. This shit was so funny.
You was beating up your brother who had sickle cell.
That
my
nigga, he was a real criminal. You just don't know. Sickle cell was his out. We'll talk about that on another show.
He was an unusual suspect.
Right. He would use sickle cell to get out of trouble and shit. Nigga that stole your whole house. Like, I'm having an attack.
Oh my God.
But one time, my brother had just got home from Job Corps, and I had some money missing out of something. And I was like, I know who got my shit. Wait till that nigga walk down the street. Now, he been gone 3 months to Job Corps, but I'm just waiting for him to come down the street to clock him for stealing some shit I didn't even know if he took. He came back. He was like, now what's up, scrub? This nigga was like 6'4", looking down on me. But I still thought I could take him, so I just stole on him real quick. Wop, wop. And he was like looking around to see if my mother or any other women was around. He just floored me right there. He was like, this the last day you hit me, bitch. I just went and got a broom. Fuck him. I'm just saying.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. I don't know the last question I asked you nigga, because of the derailment of the show, but that's fine.
Hilarious.
That's fine. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller. Boost Mobile.
Yes.
Oh, what's up?
Can you hear me?
All right, we can hear you. What's up?
Hey.
All right. I was. Hey, how you ladies doing? Me.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm calling from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Funky town.
Okay. Well, have you been listening to the show? Do you have a comment to contribute to the conversation? We'll get to it. Funky town.
Funky town.
You can do this. Well, as far as are we still talking about like getting into fights and stuff with your moms and all that?
That's tonight's topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unfortunately, that was never my deal. You know, it was quite the opposite, but not too much to say it was over loving. And the thing is about my mom, see, I grew up to be taller than her, but she tried to rush me a couple times, you know, because I may have mouthed back that she didn't like, you know, saying some stuff that she didn't like, but it was never personal. But she did try to rush me. And her sister, she actually jumped on my back and threw me to the ground. You know, but after that, you know, it was never any more problems, and I've never been a disrespectful child. You know, she was never a disrespectful child to her mother. But she told me a long time ago that her mother was sick, you know. Something happened to her, and it was like a lot of, now, I won't say mental problems, because she was fine in that department. She was fine. It was never like that. It was just something was wrong.
Well, if she was fine, then how could something be wrong?
You know what?
No. It's kind of.
Is everything all right with you?
Stop it.
Oh, everything's all right with me.
Okay.
Everything's fine with me.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
But, thank you for asking. Now, my baby mother.
Oh, shoot.
I think she has a big problem with her mother. And her mother was retired from the Air Force, you know, from Missouri to Texas. And, you know, when my daughter was born, and I'm trying to piggyback off of what a story you was telling about, like the mother may have wanted you in a sense. And I'm thinking that's the same thing that kind of happened to me because when my daughter was first born, the grandmother would just say weird shit, like off the wall. You know, it was like, yeah, it's going to be hard for y'all. And if y'all ain't talking about getting married, you know, whatever you did to all them girls, they going to do to you. And, you know, when me and the baby mom would get into it about absolutely nothing, she would say things like, oh, you still listening now? You know, it would just leave me dumbfounded because I'm like, well, yeah, you know, we do have a child to raise. You know, I have to be able to communicate, you know what I'm saying? But my baby mom, she won't acknowledge that, you know, her mother is like running her life.
Well, yeah, that's what happens.
Like but she's scared to acknowledge it. Like even when I even when I have brought it up in the past, you know, she just will not say anything. As a matter of fact, she takes it as disrespect for me.
You can't say nothing about her mama?
Well, not to her, but you know, I'll say.
Well, who else you gonna say it to?
Yeah, that's exactly.
He's saying,
who else am I gonna say it to? So, but you know, but I say off the wall shit too because I'm goofy like that.
Clearly, listen, brother, I appreciate the call, man. We gotta go. We're almost at the end of the show. Thank you for calling in,
you
man.
Want me to call back?
No, you can't call back tonight. It's over.
Another day.
But you can always call back. Right. I mean, you know, always call.
I appreciate it, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Did he say tomorrow?
What?
He did.
Now he's going to call tomorrow.
In the feast of Sam Hain just happened.
I just want to know where they all got that weed from.
I think it's more than that. It's something else.
Me and the baby mama, and then
it was like a road to nowhere. He just couldn't bring it home. Like
he didn't know, but it's all right.
But he did say that his mama ran up on him, and he did say that
she jumped on his back.
Yeah, he
and
did say
body
that.
Slammed him or something.
Something like that, and he did say something with the baby mama, the communication, and the mama, you know, controlling her. So, you know, them two tidbits was on topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know about the rest of the colorful story.
Yeah.
Shoot, my younger sister, unfortunately, she always fights with my mom. And
you mean fight, argue, or
like
fight?
They get down
physically fight. So my mom will call me up and say, you know, she's in pain. I'm like, are you okay? What happened? And then she'll say, my little sister jumped on her. But then when I asked what happens, my mom is always doing something to make her, I guess, antagonize her.
I told her she wasn't shit.
Yeah, and I kicked her computer down, and my sister's
Right.
a computer, that's like kicking your Ferrari or something, her computer. You know what I mean? Like, that's her biggest thing that she owns. So she said she kicked it down and broke the monitor. She said all she seen was my sister run from the other side of the room and start fighting. I said, well, maybe if you didn't kick her property, she wouldn't have done that. But she shouldn't have still hit my mom. So I still called her to ask her about it. She wouldn't even answer the phone.
She already knew what you was calling for. Right. So you ain't about to be on my head unless you about to buy me a new monitor.
Right,
You know what I like
my
about
monitors.
this conversation right here?
Right.
It's politically incorrect.
Right.
This is real conversation.
Right.
And a lot of times, I know men don't get a chance to see women just being y'all motherfucking selves.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because women, y'all always prepared for us.
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't no... I know Glenda be like, I got to deal with this nigga. Here we go. Let's pull all this shit together because 2 hours of this.
Right.
No.
Right? I'm just saying, women prepare for men in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I know y'all effect on us. Let a quality woman walk into a room full of thugs.
Mm-hmm.
Thug niggas know the difference between a quality woman and a thought.
Yeah.
Right? That quality woman, they'll be like, oh.
They get quiet.
They get quiet.
They get real quiet.
You
don't know how
might
to act
even hear
no
a
more.
ma'am.
Oh, you gonna hear a
Right.
man.
How you doing, Miss Lady Ma'am?
Miss
You all
Lady
right?
Ma'am.
How you
You
doing?
go-
Let me get that door for you.
You
Good.
feel me?
Exactly.
Oh, excuse my bad.
So I applaud this show for being able to provide a platform for women like you guys from all walks of life to come in and just speak on the real. Now, it ain't 100% politically correct, and it's not 100% factually accurate.
Right.
But the conversation is necessary if you've never had it.
Right.
This is what we doing here. Having conversations your bitch asses are scared to have.
Right. Skirt.
Right.
The Voice of Reason on a Monday, back in the building. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm Zoe William, the Voice of Reason. I'll be back Wednesday with another Mansions.
That's right.
Mansions is crazy.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
watched
When the
it.
men come in here, boy,
I
Ain't
watched.
playing. Huh?
Mansions is nuts.
It's
So
going
we appreciate
down.
the ladies for being as real as the men. Thank you guys for calling in, chiming in. We'll be back Wednesday. I'm going to holler at y'all. Deuces.